All right, let's jump right in. We're going to tackle a huge question today, but it's about something incredibly small, the electron. So the big question is this: are these tiny little particles the secret rulers of our universe? I mean, are they really the ones pulling all the strings behind, every physical, chemical, and even biological process out there?
Well, the answer is a bit more surprising than you might think. Yes, they are unbelievably powerful. They're incredibly influential in our world. But when you zoom out and look at the whole cosmic picture, turns out they're not the only ones in charge.
Okay, so to really get a handle on this, let's first step into what I'm calling the electrons kingdom. We're going to build the case for why it's so easy to believe they rule everything. First stop, chemistry. And in this realm, electrons are, without a doubt, the undisputed kings. Seriously, they're like the ultimate matchmakers for atoms, deciding which ones get to bond, how they do it, and how strong that connection is. Every single chemical reaction, think of roaring fire or even just bread rising in the oven, it's all just a story about electrons swapping places. They control the entire game.
And what's really wild is how that absolute dominance in chemistry translates directly to us, to life itself. Your ability to even think right now, to move, to breathe, it's all managed by electrons. That energy you get from your lunch? Yep, that's a controlled flow of electrons. The signals firing through our brain? Electrons. Photosynthesis? You guessed it, electrons are running the show there too.
It really boils down to this incredible idea. Life is controlled electron flow. I mean, think about that. All the insane complexity of biology, you can kind of distill it down to that one concept. Life is just a super sophisticated system for managing where electrons go and what they do.
Okay, so at this point you're probably thinking, wait a minute, if they control all of chemistry and all of life, that's basically everything, right? And yeah, it really seems that way, but not quite. Now we need to zoom out, way out. And this is where the plot thickens, because that kingdom of the electron, as huge and all-encompassing as it feels, it has borders. And beyond those borders, there are forces and phenomena happening on a scale that electrons just can't touch.
Just look at this comparison. It lays it all out. On one side, you've got the electrons domain. Chemistry, biology, electricity, our entire tangible world. But then look at the other side. These are the cosmic heavyweights. We're talking gravity, holding entire galaxies together, nuclear fusion inside stars, black holes. Electrons, they have absolutely no say in any of that stuff. They're just spectators for the universe's biggest events.
So, to really understand why electrons have these limits, we need to meet the real bosses, the true governing council of the universe. And it's a very exclusive club.
There are only 4 of them, just 4, and that's it. Everything that happens, from the tiniest particle decaying to massive galaxies smashing into each other, it's all run by these 4 fundamental forces. 4 rules to run the entire cosmos. It's kind of mind-blowing.
And here's the kicker. This is the whole story right here. The electron, it's the star player for one of those forces, electromagnetism. That's its kingdom. That's where it gets all its power over chemistry and life. But the other 3, the strong nuclear force, which literally holds atoms together, the weak nuclear force, dealing with radioactivity, and gravity, shaping the entire universe, the electron has nothing to do with them. It's not even on the team.
All right, so let's try to put all this together and figure out the electron's real job description, because it's not the ultimate ruler of the universe, but its role is still, without a doubt, absolutely critical.
I think an analogy here will really help make this clear.
Okay, so think of electrons as a construction crew, but they're like the best construction crew in the universe. They're tireless, super skilled, and they build everything we see and interact with. Every house, every city, every tree, every person, all the complex, intricate stuff on the surface of a planet, that's their work.
But here's the thing. That incredible construction crew, they have zero control over the planet itself. The other forces, gravity, the nuclear forces, they're the planet's molten core. They're the deep geology, the tectonic plates, the very orbit of the planet around its star. They are the massive fundamental foundation that the crew is just building on top of.
So you see, the crew's work is absolutely vital for everything that happens on the surface. But they can't change the planet's orbit. They can't mess with its molten core. Their work is incredibly important and complex, but it isn't the bedrock of reality.
And that brings us right to the final verdict. This really sums it up perfectly. Electrons are the fundamental regulators of chemical and biological processes. They are the masters of our world, the one we see and touch every day. But the universe as a whole, it's governed by that whole council of forces and particles, not just one.
Which really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If the electron has this very specific, very important job, what about all those other particles we barely think about, like quarks or neutrinos or gluons? What are their cosmic jobs? Maybe that's a story for another time.